All right, taking you through some big news coming in. Prime Minister Modi just reaches Kargil. He's all set to celebrate Diwali with Jawans. Prime Minister in Kargil to celebrate Diwali along the border area. These are the first images that we get of the Prime Minister. As we speak live at this moment, Prime Minister has just arrived in Kargil. These are the fresh images that we bring to you. In fact, Ashraf Wani is joining us live to give us an understanding on what's the celebrations like today along Kargil. Ashraf, a quick word from you. We see fresh images coming in of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Kargil. He's just arrived. He's met with some of the Jawans and the officers. Images that have just surfaced. And this seems like an annual affair for the Prime Minister. He never misses an opportunity to meet with the Jawan soldiers, spend his day with them, while they themselves are away from their families. What's in store for us today?
Absolutely, Nabila, another surprise for the nation. And once again, with all the speculations during the last many days when some people said that Prime Minister is going to celebrate Diwali in the Uttarakhand. But today morning he landed in the Kargil, which is his, if I remember, 5th visit during his tenure as the Prime Minister in the Jammu and Kashmir to celebrate Diwali. He celebrated Diwali in the Gurez, in Ladakh, as well as in Siachen, now in the Kargil. Kargil is the very strategic and important destination, not only due to the line of control with the Pakistan and the Kargil war, which was fought in 1999, but in fact, it is the one of the toughest terrains in the country where the army is deployed to guard the nation on the line of control. And also the famous 8 Mountain Div is the division which is in the Kargil region, which looks after the Dras, Kargil and other areas. And to boost the morale of the soldiers who are deployed in the Kargil region will be a big thing, not only for the nation, but also for the armed forces, because there are extreme weather conditions where these soldiers are deployed. Temperature will dip down from the next month to -30 to -40 degrees in some areas on the line of control in Das and Kargil. Probably that is why the Prime Minister has chosen this destination this time to celebrate Diwali with the soldiers who are guarding our nation in these extreme weather conditions here in Kargil and Dras in Ladakh. And in fact, it will be also a message for all those soldiers who are deployed on LAC, because Kargil is the part of Ladakh region, and also there are thousands of additional deployments made in 2020 after the Galwan incident. It will be a good message also to those soldiers, those additional troops which are deployed on the LAC with the China in the Ladakh region. So both the sectors had been addressed by the Prime Minister on this Diwali here in the Kargil, and he will be celebrating Diwali with the Jawans who are on duty on LOC.
You know, this is Prime Minister continuing the tradition, as annually he meets with Jawans and soldiers, spends Diwali with them. But give us a sense, Ashraf, we see that these soldiers, many of them refuse to go back home. They refuse to part from the border area because they've been serving the nation, protecting our borders for so long, that they feel even a day's absence will endanger the country. That's the kind of commitment that they have. So many of them very willingly letting go of Diwali celebrations and wanting to stay right there in the border areas and celebrate with, you know, possibly the Prime Minister and otherwise fellow Jawans. So take us through this tradition that we see many of them in the border areas not wanting to go home even on the day of Diwali because of this strong commitment that they have for the country.
Absolutely, Nabila. In fact, what the difference between us like civilians and the soldiers is that they believe that their company or their post is their family, and not only the Diwali but all other celebrations they celebrate together on their postings, on their place of duty. And here the presence of Prime Minister will make this Diwali memorable for them, because in fact what we are getting from the sources, the soldiers from the different forward posts are coming to the venue where this Diwali celebration will took place. He will contact one and also will assess that what kind of hardships these soldiers are facing. The day which is the most precious day in everyone's life, the Diwali day, and on that day when they will find among them the Prime Minister of the country, that will really boost the morale of these Jawans. And it is not the first time. In fact, what we mentioned earlier also, from the start, in fact, in 2014, there were floods. Prime Minister celebrated Diwali with the flood affected victims and the soldiers in the Kashmir. Then he also went on another Diwali in Gurez sector, which is also on the line of control, then also to Ladakh, then Siachen, and now in the Kargil. And what I was telling you that this is the most hostile area in the country, weather-wise, topography-wise, the shortage of oxygen because heights range from 14,000 to 16,000 feet above sea level, where these soldiers are deployed not only in the summers but also in the winters. And in fact, when there is any kind of a festive season, the soldiers on the line of control as well as on the line of actual control remain on high alert. And when we are celebrating Diwali all across the country with the different rituals, and these soldiers are guarding the borders, what makes it conducive and perfect for celebrations of the Diwali for the countrymen. And in fact, the Prime Minister has a unique style of interacting with the soldiers, and he has many times said that the armed forces, the soldiers who are guarding the nation, is his family. So that means he will also give a message that he is going to continue this tradition with the soldiers to celebrate Diwali with him. He many times said whenever he speaks on the Diwali occasion that my family are my fellow countrymen as well as mostly the soldiers. That is why he is celebrating Diwali with them. And in fact, today morning it was not expected that he will land. It was a very a kind of a surprise, not only for the soldiers in Kargil region. What we are getting from the sources, they were unexpected that the Prime Minister is going to land here, and all the troops and all the officers and commanders in the area were in a surprise that Prime Minister is reaching here, that they got ready to receive him. And also now the series of programs is already arranged where Prime Minister is going to interact one by one with the
Right.
soldiers, some kind of sweets sharing with them, and also some moments with them.
Ashraf, thank you very much. We see these first images. On the left-hand side is Prime Minister Modi, who's just arrived in Kargil. On the other years following to today, Prime Minister Modi has never missed an opportunity to spend Diwali with the Jawans. And those are visuals that we bring to you all the way from 2021, from 2017. This is almost a tradition that Modi carries on even till date as he arrives in Kargil.